Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Who are you? It is Thursday evening and we are happy to have you with us. Oh, the weather is getting cooler. We are drawing near to autumn, and so the leaves have started falling down. The wind is blowing. It's a little bit rainy here and there, but nevertheless, the shows must go on. Today it is magical. Today it is exciting because we are traveling to North Carolina. We are meeting a very, very special gentleman, a king with a special journey, a king with very interesting journey, a king who we will learn a lot from. I cannot tell so much about him, but I can tell you it will be an awesome show because when I saw his profile, when I saw his journey, I knew this is the right person for this show because this show is to bring people who will impact, who will bring a positive impact, motivate, empower you so that you can know that you can grow from where you are to your purpose. He is one of those people with great journeys that will tell you that you can do it because he has a name, an extra name that I really love that says I am enough. So we will just be welcoming Mitchell. He's a prolific author. He's a charismatic speaker. He's an inspiring lifestyle coach. And all above those, he is an encouragement and he is an empowerment to many. So get your notebooks, get your pens, get ready, get your drink. I have mine because I don't want to go anywhere because this story is epic for all of us. And I am very sure that we are going to learn something. It doesn't matter. It might not be 10 sentences, but it's going to be one thing that is going to change your life. So without wasting any more time, I will just bring him up and we can roll the show. So hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing, Miss Rady?
I'm good. And you, how are you?
I'm doing great. Just excited to be on your show. Just excited. I love that bio. Make me feel special today.
Super, super. I'm so honored to have you. I'm honored to host you. And it's just, it is one of those parts that when you meet people, you might not be meeting them physically, but there are those stories that, you read and they capture your heart. They change something, they teach you something that you feel is valuable and you want somebody else also to learn from it. And you are one of those kings that I have come across that have a journey that needs to be heard out there, needs to be, I don't know what to say. It has all the words. I can talk about it 10, 20 hours, but then I will not steal the show. It is yours. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
How you doing, everybody? Thank you once again, Dr. Reddy, for having me on. This is Arthur Mitchell, 38-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a devoted husband, also father, lifestyle coach, entrepreneur, educational speaker, author, all in one. I feel like I'm a jack of all trades, man, what I do.
Great, great, great. Arthur, now that you've covered it all, you're a father, you're an entrepreneur, you're a speaker, you are everything. But there is a journey that, you came from to where you are. There is a journey that you went through. Walk us through your journey and your life from where you started to where you are, because there is a lot of things that I know today you will want to share, but just tell us a little bit more about your journey.
Yes, man. My journey is very unusual and awkward. I'm gonna take you back down when you were 6 years old. Everybody look at yourself. Remember your 6 year old grade. Well, at age of 6 year old, we used to we love going outside, playing in the jungle gym, doing the same all the different things 6 year old love to do. But at age of 6, I was trying to see. See, at the age of 6, I was diagnosed with an eye disease called keratoconus. And by me telling you this, many people I know what it is. It's a very rare eye disease. I researched that only 1 out of 2,000 people in America have it. But what keratoconus is a eye disease where your eyes oval but mine is on like a football shape, pressing on my pupil, allowing my vision to be blurry. And we found it out at the age of 6. And why I say unusual, Dr. Redden, because I've done research early on that the disease only happens to people from age 15 on up. For me, having the age of 6 was very unusual. I had an unusual childhood, being having to sit to the front of the desk, having a teacher man having special classes for me because I couldn't see the board real good, not want to go outside, not having a normal childhood as other people have. It became difficult for me because I have something I have and we knew nothing about it. It was very new at that time. It happened in 1986. So when having that, my journey very usual. Ended up doing having 7 eye surgeries. I had 3 in each eye. They had 1 cataract surgery at the end. So my vision went from a 20 over 200 to now 20 over 50, 20 over 50, 20 over 40. Wow. And in that midst of that journey, there was so much going on, being bullied, being pressured, acting out, feeling left out, being called an underdog because, I couldn't see, all my friends and people could see that they wonder what I had, why you got thick glasses on, or why you couldn't see with your phone in front of your face, or why you gotta get so close to the board. But I couldn't really tell them what it was because they didn't know. I couldn't say I had keratoconus because people don't know what it is. It's a very rare disease. So I just kept it to myself and laughed it off, put it out, acting out. So my journey is very unusual. So much things happen that allowed me to get where I'm at today. I'm just thankful that I didn't give up because I could have gave up, committed suicide, and it's normal. With the disease, with the disability, people go from drop out of school to acting out to prison and not be able to complete their goals or fulfill their dreams. But I myself took my pain into my purpose.
So, and it's really interesting, when you talk about, say, people didn't understand, and there's still people who don't know the disease keratoconus. The people who don't understand what people who have this disease are going through. The people who don't understand or even value the people who go through this disease.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us, you've told us how you've been bullied, and I know that you talked about it also in your bio that this bullying went even up to your adult. Tell us how you were able to overcome these obstacles of bullying and how you were able to, accept yourself the way you are and made that decision. And what triggered to that decision to say, you know what? This is who I am. It doesn't matter what I'm going through. It doesn't matter how I look. I know that this is who I am, and I am going to make it, regardless of how people look at me or think of me. How, and walk us through that experience and that process.
Yes, man, no problem. Well, that experience, it took me a little while because, like I said, people didn't know what I had. They didn't really understand it. So I began to act out, do bad things, hang with the crowd, so they take the pressure off of me. I feel like if I become them, they won't continue to talk about me or different that. So I acted out. But it was one day I had to really understand, like you said, I had to accept what I have. First of all, I had to really I got keratoconus. It's not going nowhere. What you gonna do about it? So once I accepted what I had, I was able to move past my fears and move past my doubt, move past my pride, and allowed me to really understand this is a purpose. The God gave you, God put you through this situation, and this situation to be able to help somebody else. You're not the only one that have, you're not the only one that have the disease. So when I really realized that as I got older and really researched the disease, I'll say, okay, nah, this is for a reason. It wasn't for the past, but it allowed for the future to be grateful. And that's what has to happen.
Wow. That's very, I just love the way you put the words forth because, it's not everybody who identifies with their situation, who identifies with their situation and see it as a positive purpose for the future. See it as something that they can really build up on and use it to empower others. Tell us, what was the point for you that you came and realized this is it?
I'm sorry.
No worries. Just go ahead.
What was important for me, understand it wasn't about me. When I realized it wasn't about me, that this was for somebody else to help them out, I did like, okay, well, how you gonna maneuver? What you gonna bring forth? How you gonna bring forth information and knowledge and understanding of don't let the future, let your past dictate your future, and allow you to keep on growing. And that's what I did. I really understood, like, okay, it's not about me. Yes, it happened to me, but it's for to help somebody else. So we got to grow through our go through. And when we grow through our go through, it allows us to understand it's about them, helping them out, impacting them, and showing them that I did it, so can you.
Awesome, awesome. You did it, so they can. And that is why I love, there is a statement to say that do not let your pain or your past go to waste, because it's an experience that is supposed to be used for the next person. It's an experience that is supposed to inspire somebody, because you are not living in your past, but you're living in your purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the past doesn't define your future. You define your future. The people don't define your future. You define your future. Tell us, how does it feel when you think about how it began, and now the thinking of you define the future and not the people, and using this situation or your past to empower people? And how does it feel to you?
How does it feel? At first it was strange, because like I always just say, like, why did my eyes was the most important thing that happened. Though people get neck injuries or different things happen to your body part with my eyes. I never understood that, but I knew that no, God was showing me that I'm gonna show you through your eyes that your vision is clear than what you look how it seems. And once you show me my vision clear what it seems, I was able to then allow myself to really gravitate through my challenges, maneuver through my situations, and really know, okay, I'm gonna help these young people. I'm gonna help these young adults get past that pain, turn into purpose. Not let the way you feel affect the way you flow. And then doing that, no days we get up, no, we don't feel right, we feel bad. No, I got this disability, I got this, but don't let the way you feel affect the way you flow, because all it tells somebody that day you're gonna empower, somebody that day you're gonna impact, somebody that day you're gonna don't look at you and say, well, man, you did this, it got through this, I can do it too. Well, you tell me what you did. I want to know what you did, because I see how happy you are, how you're smiling. Don't let your eye disease or disability affect you. I tell people all the time that disability doesn't affect your ability. So don't let your disability affect the ability of who you are, no matter what you have, what you got. Don't let that affect your ability, because you are smart, you are bold, you are enough. And if you believe that, understand that, then you continue to have a successful journey.
Wow, wow. Your disability does not affect your ability. A man with great words, people, and we've just started. Your disability does not affect your ability, because your ability is in your vision, and your vision is in your inner eye. So, as you point out a couple of things, and I am just taking the most specific points, like, having your vision as an inner eye, and knowing that your disability was not going to impair your ability to move on and to go into your past. And I'm very sure that there's so many people who look at you today and they still ask themselves, how did he make it?
So how did I make it? Man, I just about to Dr. Red Eye. My whole trust was in God. He allowed me to really understand who I was. Because at the point in my life where I got depressed and anxiety, I'll never forget one day I was in the kitchen, and I'm with my wife, and I just broke down. I said, why does everything I want to do don't look right? It goes wrong. And I broke down crying. So at the point I really understand what's going on. Like, why I kept going through this, having 7 eye surgeries. People have one surgery, they're good, but I had 7 eye surgeries. Also, two time stroke survivor and diabetes. So much stuff was happening. I'm like, God, why didn't it happen to me? And God said, I'm uplifting you, I'm holding you, because I want you to impact the people that I got for you, waiting for you, as you first understand who you are, find your purpose, and dig deeper to who you are, so you can make things happen, not just for you, but for them, so they can see, well, if he can do it, so can I. And it felt good to understand that as I got older. And then being around a good community. I was around a good community called Grindation, and it really pushed me to understand who I was. Really pushed my purpose, to really realize that this is your unique life experience, and this is what's going to help people out. This is what God used you to help them out, not for to hold it in, but to go out there and go forth and impact the world.
Awesome. Would tell us what are the five basic things that gave you strength the most in that period?
So I've been thinking me strength. God gave me strength. My family, my group I'm in. Just what else give me strength? Just knowing who I am, the motivation
Mhm.
that I get daily, personal development, and just creating a hobby. The different things, giving that mindset of doing something different. Then so you won't have to
Mhm.
always think about what's going on now, but continuing to grow and what's going on later, so you can continue to grow and find your place, find your peace, also find your place in what you're doing.
Awesome, awesome. We are going to take a short break and we are going to come back and get to learn more about Arthur Mitchell, the Mr. I Am Enough, so that we can go today with, one thing that we are going to learn. For me, the most important thing that I've already learned in this bit, it's a quarter way of the show. The most important that I've learned is, your vision is your inner eye. You might not be seeing visually like every other person, but remember that your vision is your inner eye. You might be seeing like the normal people, but if your inner eye is not seeing, then you are not seeing. So we are going to take a short break. Make sure you get yourself a glass of water. And as we come back, we'll be listening more to Arthur Mitchell as he walks us through his journey, as he talks to us what he does and how he does it and why he does it.
Your heart is tarnished black and blue. Betrayal is a feeling, not a word anymore. And you won't fall in love again. You've opened up too many times to be let down once more. And you said, I'll build a wall around myself.
Hello, hello, welcome back from our short break. Our guest today is Mr. I Am Enough, Arthur Mitchell, all the way from North Carolina. Arthur has already introduced himself. He's told us a lot about himself and, his journey from his youth to where he is, actually from his childhood to where he is. He has talked to us about his difficulties growing up, having the diagnosed with the keratoconus disease of the eye, and he had to actually deal with a lot of bullying, deal with a lot of rejection. He couldn't even be able to understand why, but what he understood is that many people didn't understand his disease. But then in the midst of that, he tried to fit in by, choosing wrong groups, doing things that will, kind of bring him out. But he didn't understand that his situation had a purpose. But when he knew that his situation had a purpose, he changed his vision. And he understood that his inner vision was his inner eye, that he could see why he is who he is the way he is, but he used it to change his future. And he says, do not let your past, do not let your past go to waste. Am I right, Mr. I Am Enough?
Yes, man. Yes, man. I tell you all the time. One of my famous quotes I use is, "Don't let your mind master your destiny. Anything is possible." Yes,
Awesome.
man.
Awesome. So, Arthur, tell us what inspired you to become an inspiring lifestyle coach?
What inspired me to become a lifestyle coach is just having the experience to be able to show people, man, that you can make it. Having an
Mm-hmm.
impact. One of the things I go through in my group is I call a Q framework. And then that Q framework talks about your unique life experience. What do you do, who you are, and what experience do you have. So as I went through that, I was understanding that what my story is unique. I have 32 years experience of dealing with Keratoconus, and I'm able to impact young adults and youth that deal with disabilities, help them get through being bullied, or get through being from disappointment to discouragement to having peace and freedom. And then doing that, and just seeing them smiling, understanding that I want to help somebody. I want to what I've been through for 30 years. I'm able to go out and help them understand it. At a young age, so when they get older, they also to do what I'm doing as well. So that's what inspired me. Just seeing people's faces smile and understanding that we all go through something. We need help.
And that's, I like the way you said we all go through something and we need help, because there are many people out there who always think that a coach is just, people want to talk you all over again, tell you what to do this. But just the fact that you say everybody has something going on and they need some help. And that is what coaches do. They help you either to gain clarity, they help you with your mindset, they help you with your wellness, with your fitness. They coach you how to implement your purpose into the rightful place. They help you to have clarity on who you are, what you are meant to be doing, how you can do that the best way. Tell us how, give us an experience of, anonymously, somebody that you mentored, you coached, and you saw something bloom out of them and you said, yes, this is it. This is what I've always wanted to do, and how it made you feel.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely do that. I'm in this group on Facebook, Keratoconus group on Facebook, and it talks about the different people with keratoconus and the experience they have, and the surgeries, and so much new thing. Because I also researched that it's more procedures than cornea transplant now that they have. So it was a lady on the group talking about her son. He got diagnosed at the age of 15. Wow. So I immediately reached out to her and asked her to speak to him. So we started talking and started texting and everything. And now he's back in school. And he told me the other day, he said, "Man, thank you so much for what you're doing. I have surgery Friday, but now I'm okay. I'm not nervous no more because of the texts you've been sending me and encouraging me to get me through the whole process." So just seeing that, no, not one-on-one, but just seeing that virtually, and him and me, and just taking time to nurture him, to show him, it's okay. You're gonna be fine. You'll be fine doing school. Continue to go through it. And now he has his surgery Friday. And he texts me, "Thank you so much for everything you've been doing," and also his mother did too.
Wow. And and that again is also something that, for some people it might look small because it was a Facebook group, somebody asked a question and you are able to pick it up, you are able to work with them, you are able to help them in one or two things that they were not able to work through with. How did it make you feel? Because it is, so many people look at, and I was one of them before. I looked at Facebook as a platform where people just go to do, funny things, post their lifestyle. You don't really get to see, is it worthwhile? Does it bring value? Until I paid attention to it. And seeing there are a lot of groups that have people who are in those groups ready to mentor, ready to coach, ready to support, ready to build people, ready to empower them. How did it make you feel knowing that just the fact that you are supporting, you are helping, you are mentoring, or you are coaching somebody you don't know, you've never met, you will never meet probably, but you were able to support them and they were able to see the benefit of that out of that group, just at a random question and at a random answer?
Made me feel real good because that group gave me support. I did a documentary on life of Keratoconus, documentary about my journey, and I interviewed for the people in the group, and it went to 1,000 views. So just having the support, but then I'm just able to reach out to the lady because she saw my video as well. But I was a little nervous because she don't know me. We in a group meeting each other, but her allowing me to mentor her son made me feel good that she first of all trusted me and saw that the experience I had allowed me to help her son out through the process as well.
Awesome. So tell us a moment where somebody random just approached you and say, "Thank you because of just who you are, and who you are has changed my life."
It's funny. Actually, that happened last week. I was on a podcast, And the lady, I didn't know she was watching. She put it on Facebook and said, because of my story, she's able now to go out and not be ashamed that she had keratoconus, not be ashamed to do what she wanted to do because she was so she had so many anxieties and so many different things going on with having a disease. But because she heard my story and see that I didn't let what I had dictate my future, she texted me, she emailed me, and she put on Facebook that I gave her great hope and encouragement to keep her pushing on with her dreams.
Wow. Wow. Awesome. See, and it was just something that I thought there must be somebody out there who saw you and just decided to say, wow, thank you. Just because of your story, just because of who you are, it has changed my life. I am able to look at things differently. I'm able to look at myself differently. And I'm able to do things differently because I know that there is nothing that can stop me from achieving my goals, from achieving my purpose. Just because I am not there today, it doesn't mean that I can't be there tomorrow. And that is exactly how I felt, when I saw your profile and I looked and I said, wow, this gentleman, this thing has gone through so much. And I work in the medical industry, but I know that there's certain eye diseases. I only know of the cataracts that normally closes completely, that impairs somebody's eyes to see, and especially happens to people with diabetes mellitus too, especially because that is the worst part of the diabetics or the youth diabetes, because it's also something that when it strikes hard. And I was like, wow, he's able to put all this motivation, he's able to put a smile on his face, he's able to speak to somebody's life, somebody who is in the same place like him. And this person probably is not able to see or to know you because it is just that group and that person is not there. And that is what really attracted me to say, I want to bring you up on my show, because I know that as I bring you up on my show, we are expanding, the information to a larger community. We are talking to a larger community. We are bringing information more and more to so many people, because it doesn't need to be just a disease, a physical disease or a mental disease. It can be something that is, hindering you within your atmosphere. But as it looks like an obstacle, it is also an opportunity for you to learn from and to overcome it.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is what, and especially in this particular moment of the pandemic, where so many people, have lost job, people are looking at what else can I do? I don't know what else I can do. But there is always something. You have a skill, you have a talent, you have a vision, you have a dream that has been burning in your heart. And it doesn't matter how many people are doing the same kind of thing, you can also do it. And you can also have a greater impact. Yesterday, I was talking to a coach who was, I was just telling them, people are so much into one market segment, and he said, it doesn't matter. There is still room for everybody to thrive in the same place. It is how you put yourself out there. It is who you work with. It is how quick you position yourself and you begin to learn, implementing one step at a time. Then you grow, because everybody started somewhere. Nobody was, born on the same platform. Yes, there are some people who are born on a silver spoon, but still at the end of the day, there is a ratio that still work their way up. And it's not because they had, it's because they took the process. It is because they walked the process. And that is why they are where they are. So Arthur, tell us in your own words, what would you like to tell someone who is watching today and think, wow, Arthur, I want to be able to overcome like you did?
What I would tell them that you gotta understand first of all who you are. Now, God created us, man, with a certain power, a certain gift. And when you understand that the gift that you have and you dig deep inside and get it, then you be able to go forth in your dreams and goals. So don't let disability that also can be mental and physical, but don't let your disability disqualify you. No, you're not good enough. No, you no. Yes, everybody in certain market that does what you do, but don't nobody do it like Arthur Mitchell. Don't nobody do it like Dr. Leah Redding. Nobody do it like you. So you gotta understand, as more people do what you're doing, nobody do it like you. You're unique in your own way. And there's an audience out there waiting for you to come forward with your story, with your knowledge, your skills to impact them as well. And once you realize that, understand that, you can go forth. And anything I tell people, your mind matches your destiny. I promise you, anything is possible. So if you got it, if you got it, create it, write it on paper and execute it. Because no matter what you're going through, no matter who you are, you still got it. And I was listening to you say earlier about the pandemic, and it's funny because I gotta write a book called "This Power in the Pandemic." Everything that God allowed me to go through, man, happened in the pandemic. I started a new business, T-shirt line. I wrote 3 books. So no matter the situation, no matter the storm, the rain, whatever it may be, you can do it. If God put it in you, it will manifest.
Awesome. If God put it in you, it will manifest because there is nothing that can thwart the plans of God, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. What is your legacy? What do you believe you want, to leave behind? What do you want the younger generation? Because I know you're working also more with the youth, with the younger generation. What is it that you want them to carry on?
I want them to dream big, and dreaming big meaning that if you got an idea, if you got something you want to do, make it happen. I got 3 kids myself, and name my company is Zedge Inspirations, and Zedge stands for Zamaya, Ariana, and Jada, which is my kids. And I tell them daily, because they watch us daily work hard on podcast doing this. And I told them that anything you want to do, you want to come forth, do it. No matter how it may look, no matter how it sound, do it, because somebody gonna want what you have, and then it's gonna make you understand that you did it for them, not for you.
Awesome, awesome. Give us 5 skills, 5 techniques that people can take home with them today. 5. 5 best shots.
Well, definitely, I got five techniques on, especially in my book called 6 Tips to Cope with Having a Disability. I would tell them first, you got to accept who you are. Once you accept who you are, you got to have that personal development. Personal development is key to anything you do in life. Whether you get up and want to pray and read, listen to a motivational video, personal development is key. Like try to be doing something that's gonna keep you on. With me, when I feel like I overwhelmed or think, I go play the PlayStation with my son. I go work out. But having that hobby, something to keep your mind flowing. Also, you gotta also surround yourself in a good environment. When you surround yourself with good people, like-minded people, then you understand, like, okay, they did, I can do it. Not gonna make you jealous. I want what they have, but to give you that drive, that push, that momentum. I want to be up there with them. I see that you can do. They did it. You can do it too. So that's those right there. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. I love align yourself with right environments, accepting you, dreaming big, not allowing your disabilities to hinder you from going forward. Trusting in what you have. Dream big, dream big, dream big, dream big, dream big, because there is no limit to dreaming.
Nope.
Because I believe that, God's dream was even bigger for him to be able to create the world, create us, to separate the earth from the water, put everything into that is a huge dream. So we are given that mandate to dream big, and to ask him to allow it to come to manifestation, because that is what he does for us, to bring our dreams, our visions into manifestation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Atta, for showing up to this show. Thank you for accepting my invitation. Thank you for your time. Share with us how people can get in contact with you, and if they want to probably get to know you more, they want to get to know your product, they want to be mentored by you. Share with us how people can get.
Yes, ma'am. You can reach me on Facebook at Arthur Mitchell. You can reach me on Instagram at Success with Arthur. But also for my programs and products and services, you can reach me on my website, which you got really revamped by my wife. It's called www.artmitch.com. Everything's that you want. You can subscribe to the email list because I give out daily. I send out emails to people daily with daily affirmation, daily motivation. And also you can reach me up here as well. So that's it.
Great. So people catch up with Arthur on Instagram, on Facebook, Arthur Mitchell, his website. Get to know him, get to learn more about him, get to understand how he works with the people he works with, get to know how you can work with him or how you can partner with him or how you can cooperate him to impact your surroundings, to change yourself, to change your surroundings, because everyone is going through something and we all need help so that we can grow. We learn from one another. We are learning daily and there is no end to learning. Whether we are 0 age, whether we are 100 years, we are still learning because life changes, things change, technology change. I'm also learning. There's some certain things in technology I don't get it at all. I get zero from it, but I learn even from my own children. So we are all learning, and you cannot say I can't learn from nobody. You can learn from everybody, big or small. Be flexible, have the interest to learn, have the interest to know what is going out there. Dream big, as Arthur Mitchell, Mr. I Am, and I've said. So thank you very much, all of you who've been watching with us. Thank you for those who will be watching as a replay. We would love to hear your feedback. Get in touch with us. Tell us how you feel. Tell us your feedback, your comments. What else you want us to be bringing on show? We have a good lineup. Next week, we have a lot of people coming on. We will be having great shows with a lot of people. And so I hope that you will be staying tuned on my page because it will always be streaming live. Also on my YouTube page, you can also go there. You will find me at Leah Reddick, on Facebook, Leah Reddick, on Instagram, Leah Reddick. So you will never miss me and you will find all the replays. You learn a lot. Get working, get busy, get in the process and in the place of learning and growing and moving. There is nobody who has been created to stagnate. We can't be stagnant water. We have to grow. As the babies are born, they grow. So are we to grow. No matter where we are at, we can begin from there. So thank you very much. Until next week, same time, same place. From me, your host, Dr. Leah, and our guest today, Arthur Mitchell, Mr. I Am Enough. We say thank you and stay blessed.